Hello people, hi my friends, welcome to Dennis Talk Show. This is your host Dennis Crepaldi speaking. Today I'm gonna be interviewing Laércio Gaspar Jr. He has done so many things, you have no idea guys. He has already worked on a cruise ship with me, and also he took a course some time ago to be a rescuer, like a SAMU guy. You know guys, SAMU, yeah, helping people. He also, if you need some body piercing, he can do that. Yes, he can make holes on your face, on your nipples, wherever you want. And also, this is a fun fact, he has played American football as a receiver, but he actually never played professionally. Oh, the last but not least, Laércio Gaspar right now, at this moment of his life, he has a business called Old Cave. It's in Campo Largo, the city he lives, near Curitiba. And he's a mixologist. He prepares drinks for me no, because to ship the drinks to São Paulo is gonna take too much, too long. This is Laércio Gaspar Jr. Welcome.
Hey guys, nice to be here.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to be here with you. I miss you so much. Many months that we don't see each other.
Laércio Gaspar, well, I call him Gaspar. Gaspar is the brother the sea gave me. After we worked together on the cruise, we became friends there, like good friends, and this friendship just escalated. Well, I have to ask the first question. How are you around English nowadays? Have you been speaking English or practicing?
I'm not using too much. Sometimes I speak with my friends, but not too much. I'm not using as I should be.
So people, our conversation today will be about life on board.
Oh, you have one.
I have one. Look at this.
Nice.
This is the cruise, the exact cruise that Gaspar and I worked, Costa Pacifica. Yes, this so special. Good and bad memories.
For sure.
So this is the topic of our episode today, and Gaspar will be talking about every question, every doubt people have. Many people ask me about that, and probably people ask Gaspar as well. How was life on board and everything, the salary?
It's good to talk with someone that already lived that moment, because we can understand each other and don't miss a thing.
Exactly.
I don't think that's the right expression, but you just jump in like a parachute.
Exactly.
You don't know anyone. The English on board is a piece of. Even the people that are extremely fluent, they can't understand. It's all different.
Different
all
accents.
Are different.
It's interesting that you talk about that, because many people, I have a lot of students who show interest. Oh teacher, someday I want to do that, maybe. And they think their English will improve depending on the cruise you work. Like if you work at Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, companies with... yes, exactly, Seabourn. Companies that the majority of the crew members, they speak a native English. But in our case, we work at Costa, and the majority of people are, the captain and all the important people are Italian. 70% of people, they are Asian. So the English is not native.
I took like 2 or 3 days to start understanding what they are saying.
Yeah, communication is so important on a cruise. Like you have to speak English. Gaspar, what motivated you to work on board?
In 2014, I was finishing my English course, and my teacher was talking about the cruise ship. She wanted to work on one, and it started to motivate me. And then I just thought, why not? How it works? Let's see how it works. The cruise recruitment is really nice, because first you do the interview, then you start the courses and the visa. It's not like the work in the airplane.
The flight attendants are completely different. It's so much faster, right?
The cruise is different. And then I went there, I did the interview, I passed. When I saw I was there.
Amazing. Yeah,
Yes.
people think it's so complicated, right? It's not. How was your experience on board?
Well, to be clear, I didn't picture anything before going there because I didn't have any idea what I was going to do there, how it would be. I saw some videos about people that already work recording inside the cabin and talking about, but it's totally different when you are there.
Yeah, it is.
It was everything new.
What was your position on the cruise?
I was a cabin steward. I was taking care of the guest cabins. Even on my first contract, the chiefs, they put me on the deck 6. They start to have the balconies. The cabins are bigger, a lot of glasses, like a window and the door, the spaces between one and other balcony. All that I had was by 4. More than just the couple bed, we'll open another one and another one and another one.
Guys, you have no idea how tough this is. It's really, really hard. It's a lot of extra work, basically.
Yeah, a cabin with 4, 5, 6 people, you know, like a children and the couple and another one. Oh Jesus, it was really hard. I was like 4 months on these cabins, and then I asked to change because I was really tired and I was not.
Your back has back pain, a lot of back pain.
Yeah, a lot. And I changed it to deck 2. That is just a closed cabin with a small window.
Much easier.
Really, yeah.
Easier,
hard,
but not easy.
Yeah.
Easier, not easy.
Still hard, but not so much like the other one. It was really all new. I never went outside like that in other countries like that, because
abroad,
we passed like we passed like a 21, 23 countries. It was a lot. My head almost exploded. I was 19 to 20.
19 to 20 years old, first time abroad. First time abroad and working on a cruise, which is really hard with no information whatsoever. It is. You were really courageous. Congratulations.
Just jump at there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just jump at there.
Yeah. Speaking of working hard, it's well known that crew members normally receive in dollars. In your opinion, is the salary fair?
Depends on about the company. Costa, I don't think so, because most of the other companies, they pay like 40-50% more than Costa for my position that was cabin steward. Like there we received like $1,500 more tips, and sometimes it was a little bit more. Like in the total, it was like 1.8.
It's
but
pretty good.
It's not bad, of course, but it's 7 days a week working, like 12, maybe 13 hours a day. Could be better. Yeah, sure, always can be better.
Exactly.
Sometimes work here on Brazil, like construction guys working all day long, like 12 hours to get 100
to get a minimum wage. Like in Brazil today, guys, 2021, the minimum wage is 1,100 reais. It's nothing to work, 8-10 hours a day.
Before you embark, you have the contract. You know that you work 12 hours a day, you get that salary. Your cabin will be shared with another one. And if you want to, you sign and go.
If you don't, go back.
That sentence, don't like, go home.
Exactly. And sadly, Brazilians are famous on cruises because Brazilians are always the first people to jump ship, not literally, but to go back home before the contract finish, because people think life is it's a bed of roses.
And I'm going to have a big trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to know the world, stay hours and hours visiting beautiful places. You won't, guys, you won't. When you sign the contract, all this information is there, Be honest with yourselves. I have watched already many videos, people talking about the cruises, And the people were like, oh, but I was a slave. No, you're not a slave. You know the job.
It's not like a CLT that we have here, like
Yeah, register.
yeah, you're not registered. It's a contract. You will be there like in 9 months, and you will receive that.
What are some advantages and disadvantages of work on a vessel?
I think everyone thinks a lot of this. Tomorrow I'm going home, but then you think, no, I will stay here just one more day, and then the last month is like that. One more. Tomorrow I go home. Tomorrow I go, and you never ask. And the advantage, I think that I got more focused. After I came back home, I saw that every job that I got till now, it was like a
Piece of cake.
a walk in the park.
A walk in the park, yeah, piece of cake.
It's like not harder. Nothing is hard like that.
Nothing.
Every time that I think, wow, today was really hard, and then I thought, I think, Jesus, no, I'm just walking in the park. And I grew up a lot of there because no one was there for me. I was by myself. When you think that you can trust someone, you can. Of course, you need to have friends, but there is a limit that you can trust there on board.
People have completely different experiences. Completely. So, people, if you are interested someday in working on a cruise, have in mind, people have different experiences. And we have friends who left the cruise before the contract finished. We have friends who had a very good time. They were lucky, you know, their bosses were amazing. They had more like days off, and I didn't. Gaspar had more than I did. Different experiences.
I'm talking about the feeling. There are a lot of inflated, because you feel a lot, like
everything's too much.
The anger, the passion, the happiness, everything. It's so strong.
It's everything
like
times 100.
Mm-hmm.
If you are angry, you are fucking angry. If you are in love, you are madly in love. If you are happy, you are extremely happy.
Yeah, and like 2-3 days is enough to find a best friend forever, and like oh man, it looks like I know you a lifetime.
Everything on board a cruise ship, it's times 100. So if you have here in land, you are working with, you have a horrible boss, or your co-workers are gossipers and you are having a lot of fights and etc. But remember, on Friday, you stop working, you have your days off, Saturday and Sunday, you don't even think about your boss. You have your time off, your days off. But on the cruise, no. If you had a fight with your co-workers or your boss, you will be seeing these people after 10 minutes on the crew bar, on the corridors, you know. You even outside the cruise, you are walking in Italy, you are having lunch in Greece, you are having fun in France, and you see your boss beside you, you know. So you will have to deal with this 24/7 every single day. So this is what Gaspar is talking about. This is the tough part.
And the disadvantages, I think that internet,
very
nothing.
expensive.
I remember that I sent message to my mom, and okay, I arrived because I embarked in Rio de Janeiro. So I'm here. I'm arrived. I'm going to embark now. And then I was like, I'm not sure, like 9 or 15 days without sending a message to her.
Yeah.
So she was like crazy,
desperate.
She thought that
where's my son?
And then after, I don't know, 15 days, I sent, hey, I'm here, I'm still alive.
I'm alive.
Because I embarked and I was running to find where I was going to stay, trying to understand people and finding where I was going to work, my luggage and all the things.
The first days, the first few days are really complicated, really confusing.
And the courses during your rest time or
your breaks,
work time.
And the Wi-Fi inside the cruise is really expensive, guys. Really expensive.
It's like I don't remember. In that time, it was like 20 reais per hour.
Back then, $1 was 4 reais. Today, 2021, $1 is 6 reais. So imagine, it's it's not worth it. I know that you have to talk to your families and your friends to keep a little contact with the real world, the outside world, but it's really expensive, guys. Do you miss something of the time in the cruise? For example, I miss a lot sleeping in France, waking up in Germany, sleeping in Portugal, waking up in Spain, you know.
Sometimes I feel like wanted to go back there to have that focus, like wake up, work, go to gym, go running, really running to visit some places, and this kind of routine.
But it's easier said than done.
I miss the crew bar parties. I miss to.
Do you remember how much was the beer?
$1.
50 cents, my
friend.
friend.
The Corona was $1.
The famous DAB is a German beer. Really good. 50 cents of dollar. Paulaner was $1.50.
And I miss sometimes to go on the floor of the ship. In the days that was at sea, just water. You walk everywhere, just water, nothing more. In the wind. And I remember one day, the first day we were in the Norway on the fjords. There were cold wind and that mountains and the snow in the top. It was really beautiful.
You just described my favorite place of all, Norway. Norway for me was such a... Okay, first of all, it was the first place that I saw when I entered, because I embarked in Germany, and then my first 11-day cruise was in the fjords, was in Norway. So for me it was so special.
And the embarkation days was so hard for us, and then the passengers didn't leave the cabin like 8 until 10 in the morning. And then we need to clean up like
really quick.
A perfect setup to the new passengers that will embark like 12 or 14, 15, something like that. They start. And then we have 3-4 hours to set up to organize 26 cabins.
Yeah. No. Guys, remember, Gaspar was a cabin steward, so embarkation day for him, they cannot go out, there is no time. I wasn't a cabin steward, I was a room service attendant. I was flirting with working as a cabin steward. I did for some period, like 3 months. So for me it was a little better, but on the embarkation day, I was a helper. So for example, if I was Gaspar's helper, I was cleaning like 42 bathrooms. So it was really tough for me as well. So embarkation days, they are terrible for everyone in the cruise, almost.
Actually, we can't have helpers. And then sometimes we pay from our pockets. Like I need a helper, like under the blanket.
Yeah,
it's like
the Brazilian way. Everything is about money in the cruise. Like you do. Yeah. I was teaching English for some people. I was helping some people with English.
If you know how to cut some hair, go there. You just need to make a simple cut.
Very
and
simple.
You get like it depends, but $5 to $15. Like that.
Exactly.
Just go there, cut. Okay.
What about the best places that you visited?
Greece. When I think about Greece, I think about that island that we went. I don't remember the name now. And Athens.
Santorini.
That have that ruins.
I have here.
Santorini. Yeah, that one.
This place, Gaspar was very lucky. He visited. I didn't have time, and it was not possible. Gaspar was in Athens. So amazing.
I remember in Finland, in Helsinki. It's a really nice place too. Russia, St. Petersburg.
Special.
We have the best stories there.
Why?
Almost.
Because we had overnight. Every time we stopped in Russia, in St. Petersburg, the ship arrived at 8 or 9 a.m. and just left the port on the next afternoon, like 5 or 6 p.m. So we had an overnight. Overnight, everybody leaves the ship and goes to parties and bars and restaurants, have fun.
I remember that we leave the ship like at 10:30, something like that. and went to the places to party and drink.
Mhm.
And we came back. It was like at 6:30 in the morning, and we must change clothes, take a breakfast, working at 7.
My God.
So we almost got late.
Yeah, many times. Gaspar and I in Greece twice. Once in Santorini and another time in Heraklion, the place we did tattoos. We almost lost the cruise. Almost. And we were running. We have friends that lost the ship, and it's very bureaucratic. They have to wait in the port, and then they go back to Brazil. They go back home, and then they send the luggage. It's really complicated, and they lost their opportunity. So be careful. Time is really precious. Every minute counts, really. I'm gonna ask you the last question. What would you say to everyone who dreams of working on a vessel?
Well, I would say go, jump, without parachute. Just go and take your own experience. Even if you go there and stay a day, a week, a month, just go and feel. If you can stay there until the end of your contract, it's okay. If you leave before, it's okay. Just go.
Excellent.
Don't think about it. Just go there, try. If you pass the interview, or if you don't pass, try again. If you want it, just go.
Nowadays, we are living a pandemic moment, so it's really complicated. But I believe starting 2022, all the cruise lines, they will restart hiring people, and they always do some recycling with the crew members. So there is always a chance for you, for anyone who wants to do that. So don't if it's a dream, do not give up. Really, just do it.
Yeah, and don't listen to the people that say that don't go or something like that. Just go.
Oh, it's
live
too
your
hard.
Life, live your experience. Yeah, live your experience. We was here talking about our experience.
Exactly.
That was hard, but was not the worst one and not the best one.
Was extremely rewarding. The things we have learned working there, well, I cannot even begin to say. Like, I learned. I was 27 years old when I entered there. I grew up so much as well. I broadened my horizons for sure.
You start to see that it's not hard it's not different like another world to stay abroad, to go abroad. In the end of my contract, I was saying, I'm not going down. I will take a rest. I will sleep. It happened many times.
Yeah.
Because it's just another city.
Exactly.
Just another city. Just other people. Just all the same. All the world is all the same. Don't think that it's another world. It's 3,000 billion kilometers. But it's all the same. Don't worry about it. Just go.
I know you will find more information, researching more videos and more websites, blogs, vlogs. A lot of people talk about their cruise experiences, and it's awesome, really.
And everyone is really different from the other.
Well, Mr. Laércio Gaspar, thank you so much for participating here on Dennis Talk Show. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you so much for calling me and be one of the first ones. I know since you started this idea, and I'm really glad that you are doing it, and it's getting really nice, and you are so excited and handsome with these clothes.
Oh, thank you.
Every time I will change something. I will cut my hair different. I will change my clothes. I will make a new tattoo. Jesus, what the fuck?
Every day something different.
This guy is awesome, and I know that you people that know him will say the same.
Oh, thank you.
Love you, man.
I love you
one
too,
of
man.
the biggest
You are
gifts
awesome.
that the sea gave me.
Our friendship is forever. Count on me for everything. And people, do not forget to subscribe. I still don't know where. Maybe here or here. Subscribe to Dennis Talk Show. Yes. On Instagram @Dennis Talk Show. On YouTube /Dennis Talk Show. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, thumbs up. Thank you, Gaspar. You are a fantastic person. I love you.
Thank you.